of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yep, walking around. Yes.
Okay, everybody seen the consent agenda?
Yep.
We want to make a motion?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
No, is the winery, is that the one that was closed for a while, now it's back open, or is that the one that's always been open?
It was the one that was closed for a while after the tornado.
Okay.
We're back open again.
Okay, great, great. Sound like it may not open back up, but that's good.
I know, we're losing a few of them.
Okay.
Okay, next one up is Becky Lenahan. Tech.
Did we vote? We had motions.
Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor for the consent agenda, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same signal. Motion carried.
That's why we're a five-person team, man.
Yeah, that's right. As soon as you think you know it all, you don't know nothing.
That's why Becky's
Okay.
up next to teach us.
Becky Lenahan, Tax and Finance Officer, Auditor's Office, public hearing on Pottawatomie County's maximum property tax levy for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024, and to approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 18/2023.
Need a motion?
We done the public hearing last week, correct? Or are we doing it now?
You're saying this is the public hearing now.
Okay. Need a motion going to public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Would you do a roll call, Melvin?
Chairman Shea.
Yes.
Supervisors Wickman.
Aye.
Belt.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Jorgensen.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, Becky, you're up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I believe I emailed you all a copy of what was published in the paper.
Correct.
And that's what's in the packet here, right? Yeah.
That was with the higher valuations. They are, of course, have changed and gone down a little bit. This levy is for the 3.69 in the general basic, and then we raised it a dime, making it 3.38 in the general sub. So that's what consists of that 7.07. And the rural stayed the same as it has been in the past, 3.36948. The requested tax dollars, of course, will go down due to the assessment or the valuation that's gone down.
Becky, will you help me with the estimated tax rate, budget year effective fiscal year 23-24, the one that's the second column over from the left,
Okay,
where it says the estimated tax rate $6.84.
that is based on the valuation, the new valuations, what they were, and by the tax dollars requested last year. If you see, it's just carried across.
Okay, so
So that's where you get that increased tax or that 6.84.
so then if we left our tax asking the same, that's what it would go down to? Is that what you're saying? Based on valuation of last year?
No, it wouldn't stay the same, it would go down. Because your valuation's higher.
Yeah, so is that why the 684 came into play?
Mhm.
Okay. And then when you go to the bottom, last year, our rural levy was 336.
Yes.
This year, it's still 336, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that 324 is the same thing, based on last year's valuation, that's what that, okay. I'm fine with that.
Okay, I follow along.
And you can decrease it. That's why we went ahead with the max levy, to get that out of the way. You can always decrease your tax rate, you just can't increase it.
Can you follow it?
That, you know, that one column, I mean, it's deceiving if you don't ask.
Wait, and you have to do the figures and do the math.
Right.
And it's all, most of it's all generated in there. The only thing I put in are the requested tax dollars in that third column. And then it generates
Is that,
everything else.
Is this a state form that,
Yes, sir. Comes out of Department of Management.
you know, the general public would look at that at 684 and then see it's going up to 707 and think that their taxes are getting raised. So I think this is, my personal opinion, it's a very deceiving form that the state requires us to
They
publish.
required us to do this max levy, and none of us have liked it since they've done it. It
It
is
was
very
kind of a
confusing.
compromise in the legislature several years ago when somebody wanted to put a cap of like 2% increase, and then they come up with this other budget hearing that would establish your max levy.
And you get the form, plug in the numbers, and it pops up.
Mhm.
That's the way they did it in the city too.
Yes.
I hated that. Okay, any other questions?
No.
Okay, this is a public hearing. Anybody want to speak? Does anybody on the phone want to speak?
I don't think the phone's working, but
I don't know why they don't show the differences in there in those, total valuations, you know? About a little over $500,000.
Okay, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion to close public hearing.
Second.
Scott Belt seconds. Let me write that. Mr. Hauser, will you do a roll call?
Chairman Shea,
Yes.
Supervisors Jorgensen,
Yes.
Miller,
Aye.
Belt,
Aye.
Wickman.
Aye. Becky, real quick, can I ask one more question? The, what is the max levy on the general supplemental? Is it $3.50 as well?
How much you can,
Or is there a,
I don't know that there is one of them.
I don't know if there is one.
well, the state's considering tying the two together and making it one levy rate, so I just wanna, if we can find that information, I appreciate it.
What was the question?
On
Max
the
levy?
general, next
max.
levy on the general supplemental.
No, it's only, restriction was on uses, not on levy rate.
So there's no cap, no,
There's no dollar amount, levy rate cap on it. It's
so it'd
just,
be $5.
yeah, if you had enough general supplemental expenses, your insurance,
Right.
whatever. That's the only restrictions on that.
Well, currently, that's at the present time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna get
That
into.
could change on a daily basis. Okay.
I'll make a motion to sign resolution 18-2023.
Got a motion and a second for resolution 18, 2023.
Did we get a second?
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Roll call.
Resolution, Mr.
Oh,
Chairman.
sorry, roll call, I'm sorry.
Chairman Shea,
Aye.
Supervisors Belt,
Aye.
Wickman,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
and Jorgensen.
Aye.
And why are these not in alphabetical order? I don't know.
All right.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Becky. Thanks for your
Becky.
work. Maria Seek, Administrator, Public Health. Discussion and/or decision for the Public Health Administrator to sign an agreement with Patagonia Health for electronic medical record software.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, Maria?
I'm good.
Maria, is this in your budget?
It is.
Okay,
Yeah, it went through on the last amendment.
okay. Okay. Questions?
Yeah, any questions?
Is there grant dollars that pay for this?
100%, Tim.
Okay, has the county attorney had a chance to review it?
Yes.
And you got signed off on that by the county attorney?
Leanne has emailed me that it's fine. Gary has reviewed it, Gary Jones. I've sent it to Garfield, to Jana, and Andrew Dewey with the cybersecurity was on the interview panel.
So what are we using something now? Or not?
For public health, it's just paper charts.
Okay, and this will replace those?
Yes, this is gonna replace the paper charts, but it's also gonna integrate a billing for us, have an online patient portal in English and in Spanish. The billing's gonna be significant. Right now, we contract that outside with another business, but with the family planning grant, we have to have that sliding scale fee that we use, and we have to do additional billing for patients to get all the grant funds.
What's the sliding scale for?
It's extremely complicated.
Okay,
I guess it's got to do with income, right?
It does, yeah, and there's about 5 different levels of income. So with family planning, there's income levels for adolescents. If there's teenagers that come in for services, then we would base the cost of the service on their income. So I'm still working on it a little bit myself.
okay.
So you're gonna become a billing and receiving entity?
We currently do.
You have a billing clerk and a receiving clerk?
We contract that out. Eventually, we're gonna pull that in-house.
Okay.
But they will have access for easier reporting to go through that company.
And wouldn't a lot of these be Medicare, Medicaid patients? What's that look like for turnaround on receivables and payables?
So part of our requirements with the family planning grant is that if we have money that comes in through the billing, we have to expend it within 3 months back towards support of our clinical activities.
Really?
Yes. So it's a pretty quick turnaround time on that, and we have to keep very good documentation on it.
And this is just strictly for Pot County?
The EMR, this proposal is just for public health,
For Pot County?
for Pot County,
Yeah.
yes.
Good.
So the payments you receive, do you get anything through credit cards? Credit card processing?
We're in the building phase of this, so that's,
The reason I ask is there's
Yeah.
additional requirements that are pertaining to HIPAA and PCI
Sure.
privacy that credit card processing
okay.
requires.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that, thank you.
You think you'll be dealing with cash?
It probably more cards, I would think.
Okay. Make sure we're having some checks and balances there, if you're dealing with cash.
Okay.
Real quick, Maria, if the services that we provide get paid for out of Medicare, Medicaid, whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
There won't be any money from changing hands with us except for,
The copay actually does come into play too.
is this your recommendation to sign this agreement, Maria?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll move that for you.
Okay.
And I'll second, but I got another question. It's, if I read it, which I didn't get it all read, it's a 5-year deal? Is that what it is correct?
Yes, and we did, that was one of the pieces that Gary reviewed was that termination clause. So we adjusted that termination clause in there, but yeah, it is a 5-year agreement.
Gary.
Jones, our HIPAA attorney.
Oh, okay. Are you guys, had some discussion with some other people that have used this software or whatever system?
We've reviewed, this one is not so much used in Iowa, but we've reviewed other ones that other health departments are using in Iowa, and they don't have the functionality that this one does.
Okay. Is this kind of an online cloud-based deal?
Yes.
Thank you.
Questions?
Well, we'll get a report hopefully a year from now.
And your clause to get out of it can happen anytime in those 5 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is a termination
Does
for
it go up
clause,
to- Okay,
I believe. So it's on page 4.
okay. Got a motion to approve by Mr. Wickman. Need a second?
I seconded it.
Okay, I didn't hear that. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
When will that start?
Thanks, Janet.
Will that start fairly soon?
Yeah, to make it in this budget. So the family planning grant has a different budget cycle. It runs, the one that we're currently in ends at the end of this month. So we wanted in this current year for payment to come out of that grant. So yes, we're anxiously waiting to start.
Cool.
Budget ends at the end of March, huh?
Yeah, they have a different schedule for that one.
Oh,
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
thanks, Maria.
John Rasmussen, our engineer, discussion on our decision to approve final payment and authorize chairman to sign final voucher to Jensen Construction Company for project BRS SWAP CO 78, parent 195 FF-78. Wow.
Well, I was right. 5 years of paperwork for 1 year of construction. This closes out the Nishnabotna River Bridge near Hancock on G30. The chairman can sign it, the second line on the form there, and we'll submit to the DOT and have all of our paperwork done.
Okay.
Is there any retainage left on that, John?
There's retainage, it'll be paid out with the final. So total
Okay.
project cost was $2,258,461.25.
That's on that bridge on G30 there?
Yes.
When year, when did we start that?
Oh, we
2014.
finished it in,
2021?
21.
Does that sound right? Now we're gonna tear that road up in front of it?
Yep.
On the east side, yeah, we'll try not to get into what we fixed last time.
Be too neat to do it all at once, wouldn't it?
I'll move that for you, John.
Second.
Okay, got a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. John, I have a question real quick. Did you get a hold of Walnut? Are you be out there tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to Walnut tonight.
Okay. You talked to David afterwards, and he might be out there too for the nonpareil, just to let you know. David,
Oh, okay.
and I'll most likely be out there too, so.
Okay.
What time?
I forgot what time their meeting was.
I'll call.
I have it on my schedule, but I'll have it
Okay,
in my mind, I guess.
thank you.
Thanks, John. Okay, next up, Jana Lemrek, Director of Human Resources. Discussion pertaining to the appointment of a representative to the Southern Iowa Regional Housing Authority Board of Commissioners.
All right, so it was a couple weeks ago that we received that letter from Sir Hal letting us know that we haven't had anybody sitting on their commission in quite a few years. And so I had been playing phone tag with Kathy, their executive director, to get some more information, but I was able to talk with her on Thursday. They don't have any bylaws for that commission. They meet once a month, and the person who we recommend can Zoom in. But if they do go out to Creston, they meet in Creston once a month, lunch is provided. It's for a 3-year term. They review monthly reports and program goals, and this really, she said, is a policy-making commission. They should be a resident of Potawatomi County, but they understand, as with some of our other commissions, that, you know, sometimes we don't always get a lot of interest, and so they can work in Potawatomi County. They prefer that they live in Potawatomi County, but they can work in the county. And on their current members, they come from a variety of roles, bankers, teachers, all over. So now that we have a little more information about it, would the board like me to post it and track it the same way that we do our other boards and commissions? So put it through NeoGov, have it up for 10 days, have the board review the applications and then make a decision. I mean, I don't know that you need to do interviews. Go ahead, Brian.
Are we looking for one
We're looking for one.
to
Yep,
represent our county?
right.
And they originally requested we have that person in place by March 17th.
They did. I asked her about that, and she said it was somewhat of an arbitrary date. They just needed to get a date on a piece of paper, but they have their annual meeting in April and would really like that person to be there in April. So we do have a little more time.
So we would have time to follow the standard
Yes.
procedures that we use for other boards and commissions.
Yes.
I think we should do the standard procedures, is my feeling.
Well, did you talk with Suzanne then? Was this something that she was, her serving a bunch of these clients, or?
I spoke to Suzanne Watson, yes, to see if, before I was able to get a hold of Kathy, to see if she had any other information that she could share with me about this. And she didn't have a whole lot of other information, but said that some of her staff might be interested in being on this commission.
Okay, so then they would just apply through things.
Mm-hmm.
So then the 3 gals that we,
I'll reach out to them.
reach out to them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep, I'll reach out. I'll have Heather post it today, and then I'll reach out to those individuals and reach out to Suzanne. And then as we get applications in, we'll have it up for 10 days, including the weekend. So depending on how many we get in, then I think we can determine, do I print them off, or how do I share that information with you? What's that, Scott?
I don't think we're gonna have that kind of.
Probably not. I don't think so either. And if we would, I don't want to kill a lot of trees, but we can see how many we get in, and then we can determine how to share that with you, and the 5 of you, how are you going to choose? Because I know with some of the commissions, we've done interviews, but then other ones that are like Mark has come and recommended someone. Well, we don't have anyone here in Potawatomi County to necessarily recommend, so I don't know how you guys will decide that, but you can see your applicants first, I think.
Do they have they said they had no bylaws, do they have a kind of an attendance deal or something?
Is there a 28E?
No. And so that's kind of why at the very beginning I thought, well, do we put this through NeoGov? Because they want someone from Potawatomi County, and it would be very, very helpful for them, but it's not, I don't believe there's anything in code that says we have to, like, you know, our other commissions and boards, that's guided by Iowa code or 28Es. And so this one is just maybe a little bit looser, maybe not the best terms, but so I wasn't sure if we should put it through NeoGov, but I feel like we have a little more information and might as well now.
And sir, my understanding of services, everything outside of basically Council Bluffs and Carr Lake,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of data they can give us, but it don't cost us anything, I guess, so.
And maybe too, after a year, Kathy could come in and provide some sort of presentation to the board in regards to what do they do, how many are they serving, what areas are they from, or the member, whoever we've appointed to be on their commission could
Do you ever remember them coming in?
I know remember them ever coming in. Darlene McMartin used to go down, and then when she quit doing it, I got Randy Cody, got it, Tim talked into it for a couple of years. Didn't you go down for a while?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't drive to Creston?
You know, I don't think we've ever participated in this, to be honest with you.
Paula Danker did for a while, I know that.
Maybe, yeah.
Supervisor Shea, I would recommend that we appoint a couple of board members to review those applications and make a choice. And
That'd
come
be
back
an
to the
easier
board.
program, wouldn't it?
I'd make a motion to appoint Scott and Susan.
You
You
okay?
guys wanna do that?
Absolutely.
You okay with that?
Sure.
All right, is
Perfect.
that okay with you, Jeff?
Yeah,
Okay. That works.
Full name out of the hat.
So you want to pull a second on that?
I don't know.
You don't need a motion, you just take the chairman's
No,
appointment.
I think we're gonna have a tough time filling them anyway.
Yeah, we just need to know if they don't participate.
Okay.
Pay
Okay,
mileage.
thank you.
With them, perhaps.
Yep, I've got it.
Need any votes on this or anything?
Pay them their mileage, if we do find somebody and drive to Creston once a month.
I think Surha pays the mileage.
I thought you said they could do Zoom.
They can also
Okay.
Zoom.
That's all news, so.
Mm-hmm,
That'd help,
yes,
make it a lot easier.
yeah.
Questions at John's.
Oh, yeah, 2 hours almost. Yeah.
90-some miles from
Well,
Castle
from
Bluffs.
here, maybe from my house, not,
It's not
you
easy.
can knock 40 minutes off.
Sorry.
Not everybody lives at your house.
No, not every.
It's not an easy way to get there, really.
No,
Go down to 34 and over.
Janet, thanks for picking this one up and filling in the pieces for us so that we can move it forward.
that helps.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Well.
Okay, next one, committee appointments. You wanna speak up on what they done?
We didn't have anything since last meeting.
Well, we went to the Farm Bureau meeting last week.
Oh,
in
that's right.
Iowa Western.
Had a good lunch, had a good discussion there.
Yes, it was a good discussion. I have a Golden Hills meeting today at 3 o'clock that just popped up on my calendar, so it wasn't identified last week in the agenda. I'd like to bring forward again that we consider having an evening meeting of the county board out in the county, especially to review budget and to talk about wind turbines and the carbon pipeline and get updates. And I just think there's a lot of relevant issues that we need to discuss with the people that cannot attend the 10 o'clock morning meetings.
What are you suggesting?
Well, I saw Becky's calendar for March for tax and for the budget hearings and things, but I didn't see the April calendar.
The April, the intent is to do the budget hearing on April 18th. Those
Okay.
other dates in March were for publication.
So what are you suggesting, like April 11th?
I'm thinking the week of April 10th through the 14th, or the 10th.
April 11th would work.
Well, the thing is, I don't know the schedules that well. How many of them have their council meetings on
Tuesday.
Because
Tuesday?
they're all gonna be working with certifying their budgets too, by the April 30th timeline. But-
And Oakland would be a good spot if we could get a room in there.
Yes,
Would you see if you could set that
I
up and
can
maybe
set that
talk
up.
with, see what the council meetings are and bring that back next week?
yes. I
We
can
could
do
set
that.
up April 11th.
Do you intend to do regular business or just those agenda items that you mentioned, those rural concerns?
I would envision we would still have our normal Tuesday, 10 o'clock meeting here to make action. But that would just be basically a listening forum,
Okay.
just a chance for a little education and communication.
I'm not against that. Wouldn't hurt. Started about 6 o'clock.
Could you bill it as a town hall meeting with the county supervisors? I mean, would that be appropriate or? That way we kind of, it'd be a back and forth discussion session.
I don't care how you set it up, I'm just saying that if you put those kind of items on the agenda, you better have somebody ready to speak on it.
Correct.
Well,
I mean, if Susan puts them on, we'll put her in charge of speaking on it.
and have a pretty tight agenda, otherwise things can get out of hand on
Right.
just an open meeting, but if you have 2 discussion items or 3, then you can do them one at a time rather than with somebody talking about pipelines and the other person talking about windmills at the same time. The meeting can get out of hand.
Figure out timing, place.
Yep.
And we'll see what we can do from there.
I'm on it.
Solar,
Solar ordinances, yep.
Could be the 4th or the 11th if we got it somewhere in there, okay? Okay, are you done with your committee assignment?
I am, thank you.
Went to Farm Bureau, met with Drew Camp, talked with him about things. And there was a WIDA meeting gonna happen, and the chairman had lost his wife, so they canceled that. So I don't know when that's rescheduled yet this moment. This is your 4-year anniversary?
It is. I
Yeah,
think it's today.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
good
Thank you.
move.
congratulations.
Thank you.
4 years.
Yeah.
What?
That's a long time.
Feels like 10.
It feels like 20. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Jana. Anything, Jeff? Scott?
No.
Tim? Good? Okay.
We've got a tourism meeting tomorrow at Golden Hills.
That would be me
You?
and
Jeff?
Jeff.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
out in Oakland.
Yeah, 1 o'clock at Golden Hills.
Yep, I got it on my calendar. Okay.
March 27th is the WIDA meeting. Last year, the Board of Supervisors oversaw the facade project in Carson, in Macedonia, as far as what their improvements were. And there was considerable talk about the building that they had to replace the frontage on and what that building was used for. I have a snapshot of that building that I took last week. And the lights are on, it's a dojo. So you've got several people that are coming in to use it for karate instruction. But you'll notice the parking is full, the lights are on. And it was just a great example of showing that when you build it, they will come. And in this case, they all came back.
Good.
So,
I've been by there several times.
Yeah.
That corner building,
On the east end?
yeah, I'd say that's the east end.
yes, it
Is
is.
also occupied too, isn't it?
Yes, yes. I wish those lights would have been on that night because they have artwork that's displayed part of the time.
But does one person own both those buildings then?
No.
Okay.
I thought West.
You're correct. One person, one couple owns both buildings. And the next bay over.
West had some kind of history over that corner building, and I don't remember what it was. But it was kind of
Anyway, I just
interesting
thought you'd wanna,
story.
Got that.
you'd wanna see the pictures that go
Yeah.
along with the project.
Looks good.
Okay, public comments. Anybody signed up there? You come in for school?
Sure.
Just-
It's court ordered.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, it's not ordered. It's not court ordered.
I do have a question.
Yes?
So when you're in regular session, is the public allowed to make any comments?
No, that's why we have the public,
Comment at
Comment.
this point?
yeah, at that point.
Well, that's not necessarily true. If we have a public hearing, then the
You can
public,
speak.
public can speak. But
There are just a couple things that came up last time that were like, well, there's some ideas that I had floating, but I didn't know if I could say anything or not.
You sign up for that public comment. You can go over there right now and do it real quick.
Were they comments on the issue that was being discussed at the
Yeah.
time?
Go over there and sign up real quick. That's where we're at.
Where do I don't even know where to sign up.
There's a
so.
sign-up sheet over there.